Today I'm going to be showing you guys my personal champion tier list in Roblox Death Ball. Now I actually do have my friend Botman right here to help me out with this video, so if you guys do want to check him out, his links will be in the description. And yeah, let's just get right into it. Alright, real quick before the video does start, I just want to say that the lowest tier will be C tier and the highest obviously being S tier. We are actually going to be basing these characters off of their abilities and their playability, basically how easy I think it is to actually play the character and get wins with that character and their abilities. Once again, this is my personal opinion. If you guys do disagree, make sure to leave a comment on who you think should be in what spot. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so the very first character that we are going to be talking about is Gem Toki. Now, I believe Gem Toki is a C tier character, mainly because his abilities are only for getting gems. Now, obviously, if you do want to get a lot of gems, this is definitely your character to be using, but we're basing this list off of their abilities and how easy it would be to get a win with them, and his abilities just don't seem to have any actual, playability to them besides getting gems. So with that being said, I am gonna have to put him in the lowest tier for today, just because of the fact that he doesn't have any actual abilities. But yeah, that's enough of him. Let's just get into the next one. Alright, so now getting into the B tiers, the very first character that we have is Gazo, who is actually Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, this character is actually pretty cool in my opinion, but he's just too basic, and I definitely think that they could have done a lot more with his character. So for that reason, I'm going to be putting him here in B tier. He has some cool abilities, but they just aren't as good as the rest of the people on this list. The fake ball is an easy counter. Phase dash, just another traversal move. Almost every character in the game has one of those. Blindfold doesn't do too much, just darkens the player's screen. And then the final move is basically just a deflect move, but still a very cool character. But for that reason, he is in B tier. Alright, so the next character up on the list is going to be Kilo, who is actually based off of Killua from Hunter x Hunter. He actually costs about 300 Robux, I believe. He has a freeze move, so he can freeze the ball in place. He has a running move, which a couple of the characters in the game do have. He has an invisibility move, which takes the ball's attention away from him, basically a free block. And then lightning intercept, his last move, is also another free block. Definitely a very interesting character, very interesting moveset. The only thing is that once again, he is locked behind Robux, and also I feel like his moveset is kind of basic for a Robux character. The only unique ability I would say is Zap Freeze. I don't think any other character in the game has the ability to freeze the ball like that, but it still is a decent character and definitely is usable. So that's why I'm putting him here in B tier. So the very next character is Senshu, who is actually Isagi from Blue Lock. Now, once again, another interesting character. I know I'm saying that a lot, but all these characters are super interesting and unique in their own ways. Senshu actually has a pretty good lineup of abilities, but I just feel like it's not very easy to use, and you would have to be somewhat experienced to use these. And like I said in the beginning, we're basing this off of how easy the character is to use and how easy I think it would be to get a win. So yeah, I definitely don't think that Senshu is a bad character, but I just think that he is a bit harder to learn and definitely isn't for everyone in terms of actually using the abilities. The yellow card, for example, definitely a crazy ability. It locks one of the player's moves and they take 2 times damage if they get hit. But if you're not very good at the game, using that isn't really gonna do too much. So yeah, that is why I do have him here in B tier. Alright, now getting into A tier, we are actually almost done. Our next character is going to be Luffy, or Luffy from One Piece. Definitely a very good character. That is why they are up here in the A tier. This is honestly, in my opinion, the best starting character in the game. If you can, definitely try to get this one if you're new to the game. Honestly, not too much to say about Luffy, but yeah, let's just get into the next one. Alright, so the next champion on our list is actually going to be Saito, or Saitama from One Punch Man. This character is basically just a slightly worse version of Luffy in my opinion. They are both very similar when it comes to abilities, but obviously Saitama does have some different ones that are unique to him. Still a very good character, but they have a very similar moveset, and I just think that Luffy does it better. Also, if you are noticing that these are getting less and less in depth and way shorter, that is because as we get to the top, honestly, I don't have too much to go over. These are just you know, very good characters, and I think that they're very easy to play, very easy to learn. So yeah. Alright, so the next character on our list is actually going to be Foxuro, or Naruto, from the anime Naruto, of course. This one is honestly my personal favorite character, but I am gonna have to put him here in A tier. Honestly, the only reason that I don't have him in S tier is because his abilities are not the craziest. Definitely, if you know how to use him, definitely can get some wins, some crazy plays. The shadow clones are a super cool little ability, and you know, his final move quite literally gives you an extra life. You know, with all that, I think he is definitely one of the best characters in the game, but these other characters in S tier are just on a whole different level, so unfortunately I have to put him here in A tier. Alright, finally getting into the S tier. We're almost done, guys, but the very first character is Koju. Alright, and now as you are gonna see, the closer we get to the end, these characters actually have a lot of good abilities kind of taken from other characters and repurposed, and I think that they were put to good use here. For example, right here with Koju, we have Leap Strike, Spirit Wall. Both of those are moves that are kind of like, you know, Saito and Luffy's moves. And then we have the Chain Spear, which basically just brings the ball to you, so it is definitely a crazy little move. And then Handgun, the ultimate move, is also really good as well. Definitely a crazy character, and I love the fact that they kind of took the abilities from other characters and kind of repurposed it and, you know, made it even better. Alright, and the next character that we are going to be talking about is Kameki, or Goku, Kakarot, whatever you want to call him. Definitely a really interesting character. He basically has all of the moves from Dragon Ball. I think this is one of the only characters in the game to actually have every single move be from that certain character, because a lot of the characters have different moves from different, you know, characters from their animes. For example, Luffy with the barrier. So yeah, he obviously has the guy with the barrier fruits ability. So yeah, this is definitely very interesting to see, but all of his abilities are insane, and he only costs 17,000 gems. So definitely one of the better characters and super easy to get as well. And yeah, and let's just get into the very last character. Alright, so for the very last character, we actually have the brand new champion Torokai, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and he's obviously based off of Todoroki from My Hero. And honestly, man, like, he hasn't been out long enough for me to confidently say he's the best character in the game, but he is definitely up there, bro. He has 2 different ability sets. Basically you could switch between fire and ice at any time, so basically he has 8 abilities, which is insane. And then on top of that, all of his abilities are good. There's really nothing to, you know, complain about. He has blocks, he has moves that change the ball's trajectory, which is basically where the ball is, or like, you know, how it moves. And all around, he's just a crazy character. And the fact that he has 8 different abilities basically just completely changes the game, and I'm super hyped to see what other types of characters they do end up adding to this game. But for now, I think that's it, man. That was my tier list for Roblox Death Ball. If you guys did enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out. I'm trying to hit 1K this year. Hopefully we can hit it by the end of January. But yeah, man, once again, this was my personal opinion, so if you guys do disagree, please let me know down in the comments what you think, because, you know, I definitely want to see what your opinions are, what your guys' tier list would look like. But yeah, that is gonna be it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.